Ari Berman is here. Minority Rule is the book. In your prologue, you write, in May 1995, Republican presidential candidate Pat Buchanan appeared at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. to announce a new immigration policy as the centerpiece of his campaign. It was the start of Immigration Awareness Week in the United States, but Buchanan was not in a welcoming mood. If present trends hold, he said, white Americans will be a minority by 2050. And he introduced something called the Buchanan Fence. We have an illegal invasion of this country, but he's not really talking about Mexicans. He's talking about other people, including black folk. And talk about that, because really this is a racial divide that we need to just say that. This is a racial, it's not rights, democracy, it's race that's on the ballot in November.
Yeah, and so the reason why I lead the book with Buchanan is because he is talking about the thing that I think the Republican Party under Trump most fears, which is diversification of America. And he's saying that, one day whites will be the minority in the country. And if that happens, that will drive the Republican Party extinct and threaten white Christian America as we know it. And the Census Bureau now predicts that'll happen in 2045. And it's that reaction to the browning of America that has so scared the Republicans under Trump, and I think has really been why Trump is so popular with certain communities. And what Buchanan did was he was a speechwriter for Richard Nixon, and he helped organize a Southern strategy to basically move conservative whites from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party after things like the Voting Rights Act were passed. What Buchanan did is he mixed antipathy towards the civil rights movement with concerns about non-white immigration. So he basically said, it's not one group of people of color that I'm worried about, it's all of them combined that I'm so concerned about, because people don't realize that the Voting Rights Act democratized America, and then in 1965, the Immigration Act democratized and made America a lot different because it opened the borders of America for the first time to the developing world. So the country got dramatically more diverse. And basically Buchanan starts proposing all these policies to try to keep out non-white immigration and to try to curtail whites for rights for non-white Americans. And he starts talking about building a fence and doing all these things. And then of course, Trump comes along 20, 30 years later and brings these policies on a much deeper level. But what I'm essentially saying is this fear of declining white power is what is motivating the Trump base. And it's strange to me. I mean, again, I know Trump's coalition is diversifying, but it's still a white party at its core. And I think that a lot of people are overstating that fact. They're overstating the fact that the diversification of the Republican Party over Trump. Some people may be reacting against the current president, and some people may be considering not voting against the current president. But I think that at its core, the Republican Party is a party that is motivated by reactionary white power and the desire to protect it.
It's everything for them, which is why their Christian values are trash, because it's not at all about Jesus. It's all about the white Jesus with the blue eyes. Ari, come on back. Leading up, I think we're going to need to have these conversations more often. I'm glad that you came through today. Shout out to your children and your wife, and I appreciate you. Ari Berman, Minority Rule is the book. The right-wing attack on the will of the people and the fight to resist it is deeper than just that.